Yeah, well, not really execution as far as running anything different, just more urgency. I think Corey, lit in those guys a little bit at halftime, let them know we got to be better. And just the expectations we have in the building. And the one thing I mentioned to the guys at halftime, I said, losing teams panic, right? When things ain't going our way, winners find a way to win at the end. And, I think our record speaks for itself. But I think those guys understood, they were frustrated we didn't play to our standard, but then you got to find a way to win and come together as a football club. And it could be special teams to make a play for us, defense, offense. All three phases I thought played pretty good in the second half. Yeah, no doubt. I could count on him all the time. Got him on the speed sweep. I thought we should score there. We blocked a little bit better at the end. Had him on the first play of the game for the double move. If we hit that, I think it's a different start to our game. Wanted to, give him some of those opportunities, and we had about 5 or 6 shots still, on our call sheet that we didn't get to him. So, great player, great play on the touchdown. Way to go up and get it. A lot of people don't think about DeVaris as a high point guy. Coxey's kind of that for us, but he can get it done for us as well. Yeah, Boris is playing well, and to trust him on the long field goals again, so he's getting back to the, the Boris that I know from my first year, so he's playing well. His leg, and, if we can get to the 45-yard line and I can trust to maybe take a shot, try to score 7 and then trust that we can get 3 out of it. That's the luxury to have as a play caller. Oh, I can't really point on that. And defensively, we just, didn't do a good job. I think offensively, we did some decent things early on. Couldn't get leak going in our return game. I think, I hate to say it, but, we aren't really playing for someone, even though we are. So guys, come in maybe sleepwalking a little bit. We just didn't play very well on defense first half. They played great in the second half. So we got after the passer. A lot of yellow flags out there, though. I didn't know I don't want to get fined, but anyhow. Yeah, it shows a lot about our fan base too. Supporting us and showing out, and giving good crowd noise for the special teams, the defense, the feed off of. We always want to keep building our fan base, so we want to play well at home. And, I always tell the guys, during training camp, I have said it since, if we win every home game, we should be in the playoffs, So that's always got to be one of your goals, to continue to, make the fans excited to come watch us. But, yeah, that's great. Didn't know it was that long, since that's happened. But I'm proud of our guys. They fought hard, and, they showed up today when we needed to.
Brian, how do you attack the next 2 games?
We'll see. We're going in to win in Sask. Now we'll see. You looked at today. We took Winton off at different times. Oak and Dwayne didn't play a lot, so we're going to rely on some of our backups that we believe are good football players as well that can go play good football. Whoever we line up there, we're going to expect to win. Go out and and call the game to win the game. So. Yeah, we'll see. I haven't got a chance to find the injury report, and once I get a look at that, but I'm looking to treat them like preseason games. Get potentially all 3 quarterbacks playing, but Chad's got to continue to play. We got to get him going. He's still a young kid, playing good football, but I also want to make sure he's not rusty going in the playoffs. Yeah, he showed up. Made some big plays in the pass game, made some really big tackles too in space. He's just a young kid. I don't know if he's young and green and wet behind the ears. He just, doesn't second guess any of his decision making, goes out and plays football. But, he's got a lot of range. He's got a lot, second level speed where he can recover, play a little bit aggressive and then retrace and make a play on the ball. Yeah, they want to get him another record. Javon's gave us a spark, changed his field position, great kid. Haven't got a chance to let him go off a field goal. I told him a few times today, I don't care, we're taking the ball out, they miss. He's all excited about it. You can see it in his eyes. He's just like a puppy dog. But, great kid, doing a great job for us. Yeah, that's the whole point going into the game, right? We knew they couldn't get the run game going and beat us, if they didn't get it going. Felt like Crum gives them another element as far as their RPO and their zone reads, and he gets on the edge. thought we did some really good stuff with the run game, and there's some gaps we weren't very sound in. The second half, I thought we did better, other than the first few runs to start the third. But those guys found ways to make plays, and I thought they stuck together. And defense showed their character, that they didn't play their best, and they showed up in the second half.
Duke's made a great play at broken play. Does that come from the experience of being in there and not getting flustered? Just keep looking at the play that's there.
Yeah, no doubt. I didn't have the best play call for him, and I was trying to get a shot in the boundary where they ran pinch corner. It wasn't exactly the call I wanted. And, that's the thing is, most quarterbacks in this league that are really good, you got to extend plays with your legs. It's been like that as long as I've been in the league and probably years prior. But I think that gives your quarterback an added element to escape when things aren't, called right, or defense has made a play. So great play for him and Dave, doing our scramble rules, and the kids doing a good job, and we don't feel like the game's too big for them.
Last question, Chris.
Yeah, Brian, in your coaching career, where do you rank this team up in terms of depth and talent? And just quick thoughts on your next opponent, Saskatchewan, on the road.
Yeah, I mean, Sass, they're fighting for a lot right now, right? It's their last game of the season. I'm sure they don't want to leave it in Calgary's hands, so we're going to see their best. This team, right up there with any team I've ever been a part of, as far as depth and talent. We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but one of the best teams I've been a part of, and guys that are understanding the work that you got to put in each week to be successful. Those guys are working their butts off, and really you can see the locker room really coming together, and it continues to improve. But those guys really enjoy coming to work and seeing each other, and then they have a good time, I'm sure off the field. But they're doing all the things off the field and in the meeting rooms and all that.
What's gone into that, and what's made this team so successful here at BMO Field in your mind?
I think the crowd, first and foremost. Second, we got to defend our home turf. We use our field to our advantage. We know what way the ball rolls at home on grass. It's a special place to play. It's nothing like it playing in the 6 at night, and it's just a special time for all of us to get together and really enjoy, being at home. It feels like a great atmosphere every time these fans show up, and we're trying to just put on a show.
What was the first half kind of sluggish, offensively, but defense as well. Second half, what were the adjustments made, and what was said in the locker room to come out there in the second half and put forth that performance?
Yeah, I mean, first half, I feel like it was just really choppy, up and down. We just got to be able to convert on second downs, be able to stay ahead of the sticks, and just kind of keep fighting. I think the red zone today was our weakness, and we got to correct that. It starts in practice. Starts with me being able to, hold the ball onto it a little longer and just trust what I see.
Yeah, what did you see in the second half as opposed to the first half?
I think they were doing the same stuff. They brought a little bit more blitz on first down, second and medium. They kept on blitzing. Second and long, they're just playing coverage. We just got to make sure we, hold up and work through the progressions to find an open receiver.
How tough is it to stay sharp when you've already clinched and you're playing teams that maybe haven't got the playoffs and aren't prepped for the playoffs too? Is that a challenge?
Mentally, I think it is. It honestly is. We're ready for playoffs right now.
Yeah.
Obviously we got to keep on working, keep on getting better. And the 1-0 mentality rides with us each and every day. It's not just on game day. So as long as we keep getting better in the film room, walk through, practice, weight room, that's where it's going to come down to, and that's where we're going to need it when the time comes.
How do you work with the idea that the other team is scoring a lot of points when you have this run-and-gun game? How does it impact on how you go out there?
I don't really focus on what the other team does. I focus on, only our team and what the offense does. We got to execute. We got to execute at a high level. We expect more. We expect to score on every drive. And I think if you don't have that mentality, then you're in for a rude awakening at some point. And I think as long as everybody keeps on fighting, keeps on working hard, good things happen. And that's what it's shown. We've been winning some games by quite a few points, and I think it's just a mentality that everybody has on offense, defense, and special teams is don't worry about what other units are doing. Worry about who's right across from you, and it's the 1-0 mentality.
Speak to the kind of game DeVaris Daniels had.
Yeah, I thought he got open when he needed to. He did a heck of a job. You know, he got in and out of breaks really well, and he's a playmaker. He makes plays, and I just think it was a great collective effort, offense, defense. You know, I think we just got to keep on working, and at any point, anybody can get the ball and have a big game.
It's also a really chippy affair out there between, you know, especially you up front. How do you guys try to control the emotions in those moments?
You just try to bring everybody together. Don't worry about what they're saying or doing. You know, that's what happens is teams, you know, want to get under your skin, and you can't retaliate. You got to be focused. You got to worry about, you know, what you can control. And you don't want to be, you know, a part of the PFF talk. And, you know, that's penalty-free football. But if we're not taking care of business, you know, doing our job, we're hurting our team.
What have been the challenges and what's been the success in your mind of just, you know, how well you've played this year?
Just coming to practice and believing in me, believing in myself and my teammates and everybody around me. Playing for the Toronto Argonauts is just everybody positive. So, you know what I'm saying, no negative effect this way.
You had the pick tonight, and I saw you went up to the stands. I mean, who did you have there? I think it's your sister and your dad, or?
No, it's my girlfriend Cheyenne and the mother of my child, and my mom Qwan'Tez and my dad Mr. Will.
The sweaters they're wearing too. Can you talk to us about the sweaters?
No college ball required, man. That's what we stand on. We might get it trademarked, man.
I like that. Ryan was also saying, I asked him about your play this year, and he says it's almost like you're so green that maybe you don't really know what's going on, and that allows you to kind of be free and make those plays. I mean, would you concur with that?
Yeah, my teammates believe in me. Everything I do, I know my teammates and coaches are 100% behind me. So if I mess up, they're going to get on my ass and make sure I do it right. So every time it's going to be right.
The Rookie of the Year chat, or the hype, is it real?
All I can say is go Argos, man. If I get the Rookie of the Year, I'm going to be blessed and thankful for it. Whatever God put in front of me, I'm going to take it. But, yeah.
In terms of the locker room, I mean, who's kind of helped you, you know, learning the ropes here of you know, the Canadian Football League and just how different it is from down south and coming up here?
Most definitely Deshaun Amos. Most days after we watch film, we watch extra film, get that extra work in. He's been kind of being my ear, being my big brother and mentor. Also, Royce Mitchell, Tavares McFadden, Jamal Peters, all them type of guys, just being my ear, giving me intel, FBI.